We've scoured the country for Scotland's Home of the Year. Now the winners from all 6 regions have made it to the grand final at House for an Art Lover in Glasgow, designed by iconic architect Charles Rennie Mackintosh. Deciding who will win the title are our judges, Design Master Banjo Beale.
We've seen some fabulous homes, so it's going to be really tough today to pick a winner. My taste couldn't be further from these guys, so I expect some healthy debating today.
Architect Danny Campbell.
It's been such a hotly contested competition this year, and I'm so excited to meet the lives behind the layouts and celebrate their courage, craftsmanship and creativity.
And Interior Supremo Anna Campbell-Jones.
As always, so many incredible homes, all completely different, and yet again, an incredibly challenging time ahead, working out which one is going to be our winner.
Now only one house can become Scotland's Home of the Year. The finalists are beginning to arrive.
It's very exciting to be here. Our home is special because it belonged to Duncan's granny, and we think Granny will be smiling down on us. She'll be excited too.
It's definitely exciting. We've not done the house with a view to selling it or anything like that. It's a home to live in. It's definitely nice to share it. You do feel quite proud, don't you?
Yeah, excited for the day.
I love watching the show. Every time somebody came to the house, they'd say, "You've got to put this on Scotland Home of the Year." I have things there that were my grandmother's, things that were my mother's. It's full of stories and memories. It'll be really interesting to hear what they say.
Our house actually started to get built 300 years ago.
We like collecting things and going to sort of antique fairs, and it's somewhere just to be able to display things that we like.
To keep adding and evolving it, and Linda putting their style into it that we just love.
It was a very, very delightful surprise to be chosen as the winner of the East.
Yeah, absolutely. Big surprise, super excited to be here. We called it Homegrown House because we grew the home, and then obviously the garden as well.
And the kids.
Yeah, and the children. Yeah, we grew those too. What we've done to the house has been an extension of the research and innovation work that I've been involved with through timber engineering, and it's evolved over time.
I'm very excited, but total nervous anxiety.
We're absolutely over the moon to be in the final.
I love living on Skye. We can look out of our home, we can see the hills. It just makes me feel very peaceful.
I love the way the house is situated in that environment. So the house almost becomes part of the Highlands, and we're really looking forward to meeting the other contestants, seeing their houses too.
Yes.
Inside, the finalists now get a chance to meet each other and view the competition.
So the original kitchen was here.
And this is the little studio which runs perpendicular to the main house.
Another big fireplace in the kitchen that you can't see here.
And in here, this was my mom's.
And now the judges are here.
Well, hello and welcome. It's wonderful to finally meet all of you, the owners of some of our favourite homes from across the country.
From the 18 incredible homes we visited, we've selected you as our 6 glorious finalists.
Each one of your homes is so unique and impressive. It's been a real privilege to have a snoop around.
But now it's time to get down to business, because only one can be Scotland's Home of the Year. So let's get to it.
The judges retire to the deliberation room where they'll discuss each home in turn, choosing their top 3 homes before settling on one final winner.
Let's remind ourselves about the finalists for the North East and Northern Isles. Grindwell No.
Oh, look at that landscape.
Unexpected furniture for that kind of house, wasn't it?
I love the idea of the posh furniture in a rugged landscape.
Oh, I love this old portion of the house.
Oh, it's the home within the home.
And a Zen garden.
In Shetland, Susie lives in Grindwell Knowe with her miniature poodle, Pasha.
I think probably what makes it stand out is that everything in it either came from someone in my family, or I've lived all over the world, and there's an some amazing adventure attached to it. And even putting the house together and the way the extension was done, that was an adventure too. There isn't a morning I don't wake up and look at the view and go, oh!
I've never seen a house inside a house like that. Certainly not in a residential setting, and certainly not in the middle of nowhere on the island of Shetland. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, it was perched on the end of the earth, but they've really pushed the boat out, what they've done with it as well. I think capturing that kind of beautiful space inside, having the light-filled extension, but there was a lovely zen feeling there, wasn't there?
I did have one bone of contention though. I think when you're enhancing a building like that, the upstairs layout maybe needed looked at. It was slightly awkward. I think that could be very easily fixed by relocating the staircase. Although they did win me over with that clever solution for the shower with that skylight. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah, it was lovely.
You could say that if you're going to keep the cottage almost perfectly intact, then you have to keep the staircase where it originally was.
I mean, someone lived with that for a couple of 100 years, so I'm sure it'll be fine.
So we're not turning her over anytime soon, this little cutie?
No, she's not going anywhere.
But what do the other finalists make of Grindwell Know?
Oh, that's
That makes a lovely
kitchen, living, dining,
Yeah.
Wow.
And you've got lovely views of the sea.
Yeah.
The views from there are just amazing. Nestled in this mountainside. It's just amazing.
I want to take her details and go and visit because I thought it seemed wonderful.
Let's move on to Homegrown House in the east.
Wildflower front yard, what a good first impression.
It still was quite mysterious from the outside. I don't think we were expecting that jolt of colour in the hallway.
Wow, look at that.
Okay, lovely. And the plants, all those delicious plants.
In Edinburgh's Morton Hall, Homegrown House is home to Emily, Robert and their kids Jackson and Ada.
Our house has evolved and we have done multiple projects in it, multiple extensions.
And then we've tried to use locally sourced materials, locally sourced Scottish timber to as much as possible within the extensions and keep that exposed, but equally expose the original parts of the house so that it had a full honesty to it. It will continue to evolve as your kids grow up, etc.
As we grow up.
As we grow up, one day.
As an extension fanatic, this was a dream to explore.
How many extensions did it have?
It had at least 3, plus a dormer, internal changes. There was so much unnecessary creativity, which I absolutely loved. Even that cantilevered extension at the back, that was because they wanted everything out of timber, avoiding all the wet trades and stuff. Oh, it was beautiful.
They had extensions on top of their extensions, but when you look past that, I saw a really happy, healthy family home. The wildflowers in the front yard, a house full of plants, flooded with light. It felt very special to me, this one.
It reminded me almost of the way that people used to live before architects. A much calmer, more peaceful time. But people would build like their little shack, and then their needs would change, their family would grow, they'd add a little bit on. And there's something kind of really improvised. So it's physically telling a story of a journey for a family in architecture. I think it's, I've never seen anything quite like it. So we'll definitely keep it in the running for now. Are you agreed?
Absolutely.
It's not going anywhere.
And it looks like it's very, very pleasant and easy to cook in there. It was so lovely to see young people trying to accommodate their family in the most creative way they possibly could. It really has evolved.
It has. Okay, this isn't getting any easier, but let's go west to Victorian Sandstone Villa.
Very tidy yard.
And also not giving too much away.
Sunken lounge room, I love that.
Everything in that home felt very deliberate.
But very comfortable.
Victorian Sandstone Villa in Inverclyde's Kilmacombe is home to Wendy, Scott and their kids Hunter and Summer.
We've purposely not really gone with anything that's on trend. It's just things that we personally love. We've got striped tiles that kind of feature throughout the garden and then in the house and tie the different bits together, and the raw plaster walls. That was a big sort of statement design choice at the time that we did it.
During the winter, you put on the bi-ethanol fire and it feels like a snug space. But then in the summertime, I've had all the back doors open and you just feel so connected to the outside.
We love our home anyway, so whatever happens, we're happy.
For me, that home, really, it was all about the kitchen. That kitchen was one of the most spectacularly beautiful that I've ever seen.
Oh gosh, yeah. The centerpiece of the home, the backdrop for absolutely everything, and it was so perfectly styled as well.
Yeah, I felt like it was perfect as well, like verging into almost being too perfect. The bits that I really loved were the more unusual features, the sunken lounge, the way they pushed the dining space deeper into the building but had the skylight above, and that connection we had to the garden I thought was really special.
Did I get a sense wholly of, you know, this person's hopes and dreams and, you know, where they've been and where they're going? Maybe not as much as some of the other places.
But it's still absolutely beautiful, top to bottom, inside out.
Yeah.
Completely beautifully realised, really unusual family home. Can we keep it in play?
I think it is an absolute exemplar of a perfectly designed home. So yeah, let's keep it in and see what happens.
Okay.
Lovely old fireplaces, the original features in the original part.
Where they'd built this wraparound extension, a lovely family house, a beautifully designed semi, which they've really brought up to date, and that really caught my eye.
With no eliminations yet, the judges have their work cut out, with 3 more homes still to discuss.
So our finalist for Central, Bloor-Lowen.
Picture perfect, isn't it, outside?
Such a splendid building.
So Frenchy, so chic inside.
I loved all the collection of quirky objects and the way that they were grouped together.
Yeah, a curious little home.
Each space had a big impact into it. Just the objects and the Georgian architecture came together so nicely.
In Bridge of Allen, near Stirling, Bloor-Lowen is home to Linda and Ewan and dogs Barley and Sam.
It's an old house, so it's got a lot of old character in that way. Yeah. You're quite handy, aren't you? Right, DIY, and you've made a lot of the sort of tables and benches and things.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to do that. It's good to, and we've used old materials from the house and made them into different things that can get reused again. Found things. The room can start with one item that's found, and then Linda will design the room around about it.
We do enjoy being creative,
and hopefully that's what the judges will see in them as well.
It was like a treasure hunt in that home, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a field day in this house. I think it's probably how I'd personally do it. You've collected so many salvage treasures and you've designed the house around the pieces that you've found. I think they've really poured their heart and soul into that. And they're also very stylish.
It's also a beautiful old building. That stone staircase going up, you could see the wrought iron staircase with a wooden handle weaving its way up to the top as well. I do wonder sometimes though if the volume of objects was maybe detracting a little bit from how the home could be used or what the building actually maybe was and where it comes from.
It's a tricky one. I was brought up in a minimalist house, and to me, this just feels so naughty. It feels so exciting. It's just full of all these amazing things. Maybe I'm a little bit giddy with it, but I feel like that needs to stay in play.
I agree. Yeah.
Even with its idiosyncrasies.
Fine, since you're so giddy.
I love the green you've used on the walls in this room.
I loved how they had taken at the front what looked like a standard period property, but actually there was a lot more to it that you couldn't see from the front.
We've still not ruled any out. Let's move on to talking about our finalist for the South, Granny's house. Ooh, epic extension there, Danny.
Very pleasing.
Strong driveway game. I love that indoor-outdoor living room. Fling those doors open. Wow.
The whole place was very airy and white. It felt very family orientated.
The outside spaces were spectacular.
Yeah.
Near Gatehouse of Fleet, Duncan, Vicky and their 3 boys, Freddie, Alfie and Robbie, dog Hetty and pony Bramble live at Granny's house.
Having 3 judges selecting our home as the winner of the South was, still can't believe it.
I think your home's an extension of you, isn't it? I mean, it'll just be so lovely to hear what they think of our home. And for me, I hope they really feel a sense of family love and what we put into it.
This was a beautiful home. I love the contrast of that super modern extension and the old farmhouse building, and the way they actually delivered totally different experiences when you were inside. The little cozy Aga kitchen farmhouse style, and then you had that open, lovely social space really connected to the garden. I really like this one.
There was something very kind of decadent, wasn't there, about building quite a large extension which doesn't have a function that's any different to any that the home already offers, which I kind of think is a good thing.
I think it was in such a stunning spot, and I was really taken by that wild swimming hole. I think that extension was lovely because I could clearly see how the family lived there. They've created a room exactly how they live. It was just a warm family home, an entertainer's home, and all throughout it, the thing that I really got a sense of was like family is number one here.
Love the fact the external walls now inside.
Yeah, I love that. I love the way that looks.
The old granite.
Yeah,
Granny's house is a standout one.
I really like Granny's house. I think the story behind that as well, fantastic, and just again views look great, and just the style that it was.
Granny's house is a firm favourite with the other homeowners, but with no eliminations yet, the judges need to make some tough decisions.
The only thing that I felt it was missing, something that if I had a house, which I don't, I would want to have access from the kitchen into my outside space, especially if you've got outside space as absolutely sensationally spectacular as they've got.
That's a really good point. A kitchen is one of the busiest parts of the whole home. We're even left with that little airlock of the children's room, which I think creates a complication when you're trying to move around the property, where you almost have to go through the front door again to get back to your social space.
Okay, we need to start toughening up. We love it. But perhaps it's the one we should turn over first. We've got to start saying goodbye to some of these. So we've got to say goodbye to 5 of these homes.
All right, rip her off. Get rid of it.
Let's take the plunge.
Okay.
Hey.
Goodbye, Granny's house. Oh, okay. Well, that was emotional. Let's talk about the Black Shed and the Highlands and Islands. Well, it's definitely a black shed, isn't it?
That's a good looking black
shed. That's exactly what it is. It's beautiful.
Is it the ultimate black shed?
I think so. That Douglas fir looks incredible.
Near Broadford, on the Isle of Skye, Joan and Nick call the Black Shed home.
I think one of the lovely things about the house is the simplicity. We only have things in the house that we really love and use. We do have things that are personal to us, but they're very carefully chosen. Less is more, if you like.
I think the judges have got a hard task because the other houses are lovely, and these are people who've worked really hard and they've produced a lovely home. We've had a lovely day, and it's interesting to just find out how other people live.
What an exciting home, so perfectly sitting in that landscape. And I still, amongst the nothingness, I felt something about the owner. I still got a sense of how they live and what they value.
It was a home that embodied a philosophy, like a complete philosophy of life, and it expressed that.
I think you're totally right. Across all the 18 homes we've seen so much variety. But I think there's something really beautiful and pure about somebody who's found a piece of architecture that's beautifully designed as if perfectly for how they want to live their lives. It felt incredibly authentic.
There were so many spots in that home you could just sit and be still, and I think we could all do with a bit of that.
We've got 5 left. I feel like the Black Shed should be one of the 3.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's amazing, I guess, because it's quite a big space, but then all the warm wood that it's clad in must make it feel so cozy, even though it's big and open.
I really had a kindred feeling for the home in Skye, for the views.
I loved the continuity. You could really feel the flow throughout the house.
Douglas fir?
Douglas
fir.
Yeah.
Internal cladding is stunning.
The black shed's in the top 3, but the judges still have 2 to lose.
Let's talk about Blålån again. You had some kind of concerns. I think, having shut you down earlier, I think we can let you air them a little bit more now.
Thank you, Anna. Well, I'm used to you shutting me down. I think with this home, there were so many wow moments for me that really stuck with me and blew me away. There was that repurposed shower screen, there was the clever dressing room, there was the amazing staircase. I just felt that there was a little bit of visual noise with the number of objects that were going on, which left me feeling just a little bit confused, which again is not uncommon as well.
Unless that was the whole intention, I think it's a collection of all the things they've loved or have fallen in love with, and it's brought together in a really interesting kind of way. I take your point though, it was a little bit higgledy-piggledy.
I feel like the house's voice is stifled by the stuff that's in it. If they had space to breathe, like that incredible shower room with that beautiful reclaimed sliding door leading into it, that if everything around that was calmer, how much that would sing. And I think that that would be a reason for turning Blålån over now.
Do it.
Turn it over.
Blålån is eliminated, but the heat is on. They still need to lose 1 more home to reach their top 3.
I feel like I want to compare Victorian sandstone villa with homegrown hus. 2 family homes, both extended.
With homegrown hus, when we stepped into that open plan space, I felt this lovely feeling of this is a beautiful, homely, warm environment. And as we started to go through the home more, I realized how incredibly clever it was.
It was clever. It was also, it gave you a sense of anarchy and freedom. So, yeah, I mean, it's very difficult, but if I was to turn over one of these 2, I would say Victorian sandstone villa.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me, one of them broke all the rules and the other one followed them to a T, and I'm a rule breaker. So I know which one I'm turning over.
Well, I think we all agree.
Okay. Wow. Done it.
The perfectionist in me has just died. What a shame.
We've got our final 3.
Now the toughest choice of all. The judges must decide which of their top 3 will become Scotland's Home of the Year.
It would be incredible to win Scotland's Home of the Year. I mean, it would be the coolest thing.
I have no idea how I would react. I suppose I'll be quite proud, and certainly proud of everybody who worked on the house.
It would make us feel good, but I would also feel for the other people. I kind of feel, well, I don't really want there to be a winner, to tell you the truth.
How should we go about this?
I think the black shed, it's kind of modeled on a typical black house. Those houses were designed for people who worked outdoors, and then you would retreat inside and you wouldn't look outwards because you've been out there in the weather all day. This kind of flips it. The home is a bit of a safe haven to look out to the world. But on Shetland, that house is having its cake and eating it too. That's getting to look out to the sea, but also retreating inwards. That's quite an amazing thing to be able to do in your home.
Yes, I agree. I loved the double layer of insulation, both psychological and physical, that the Shetland home Grindwell gave us.
And I think that was enhanced by the different objects that kind of you really felt were from a different era and from a different part of the planet. I think that was really complex, a lot of layers to unpack there.
And they had a waterfall.
So how about we compare Grindwell No with homegrown hus as different approaches to extension?
So Grindwell No very much is a necessity. It's a space that had to be added to prolong the life of that cottage. But it does it in quite an unusual way. Normally an extension should be subservient to the original building, but this one wraps entirely around it and almost dominates the social space. Whereas homegrown hus, that is just playtime. It's so explorative about what you can actually do with an extension. Someone was having a huge amount of fun when they designed those 3 different extensions.
Something for me that makes me a little bit sad is that you've taken something that was everybody's, a beautiful cottage in the landscape, and you've hid it with an extension.
We see ruined buildings like this everywhere across Scotland, and not everybody is comfortable with the idea of living in something so small. And it's been incredibly interesting to look at this as an example of a way of modernising and extending it.
Sure.
But I do get what you mean about how it's sort of covering up its face.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to say out loud that I feel like the home that we need to turn over, and it really, really hurts because it's a bit of a personal favourite of mine, is Grindwell No.
As much as I love Grindwell No, I'm agreeing with you.
I think we could turn it over.
Okay. Goodbye, Grindwell No.
Goodbye.
Okay, well, we've not made our lives any easier, have we? I feel like the home that I would like to be our winner is more than the sum of its parts, that it has a spirit that is more than the materiality of what it's made from.
One of the things that I absolutely love about being an architect is working on people's homes. It's the most precious space they ever inhabit. It is all these moments of your life stacked on top of each other like vertebrae that creates the backbone of your life story. And I think if we get a real sense of what is the narrative here, what is this story about, that's the profound feeling we're looking for. And I absolutely got it with this home.
For me, a home is messy, it's rough around the edges, and it's kind of doing its best. And so can't be perfect for me. So it has to be, you know, the home that is just a little bit less perfect.
Okay, so do we have our winner?
Yep.
We found Scotland's Home of the Year.
Got butterflies.
The moment of truth is here. Which house have the judges named Scotland's Home of the Year?
Well, that was extremely challenging, and we went round the houses quite a few times, but I'm pleased to say that we have reached a unanimous decision.
It's never an easy task, and the competition was so tough this year, but we soldiered on.
Thank you so much for letting us into your homes, and now we get to know you as well.
But there can only be one winner, and Scotland's Home of the Year is, from the East, Homegrown House.
Yay! Oh, congrats. Well done.
Congratulations.
Well done. I'll give these to you.
This is amazing. This was such a surprise. The other houses were so incredible. I'm blown away.
Yeah.
Absolutely blown away.
But what a fantastic day, and such a great celebration, and such a wonderful place, and to be with these other people and the lot of energy and emotion they put into their houses, I think has brought it to a really excellent culmination. And then to win this is such a wonderful experience. Yeah, it's fantastic.